everybody. Welcome back to What's New and Coming Up with Lipedema. I'm Siobhan. I'm the research specialist with Lipedema Simplified, and I'm here today with Catherine.
Hi, everyone. It's great to see you all here. It's Friday afternoon, late afternoon here, and we were just chatting before we came on about how everything got a bit chaotic for a while, but now it's calming down.
Yeah, and what's awesome is today and yesterday it was a chilly temperature in the 70s, in the mid 70s, and very overcast. And I've been enjoying that while it's been here. Tomorrow we'll be back up to the high 90s and we'll be there for a while, but I enjoy the brief vacations from the heat.
Oh my God, I have to see what it's going to be like. I think we're going to have a good weekend. 80. The weather here has been incredibly good. Oh my God, it's going to be 80, which is for me with the breeze coming off the lake. Oh,
Hmm.
I love it. And on Sunday, 78, which is even fabulous.
78 is a good temperature for a weekend. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like 97, 96 over the weekend. I keep waiting for it to cool down just enough. Like high 80s would be fine because I want to go to the zoo because I haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
But I'm still waiting. I'm not going to the zoo when it's 97 out. Not happening.
No, 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 no. I have not been able to fathom it, but I feel so blessed. I was talking about it when I was doing my own Facebook live last week about feeling so blessed. The weather's been perfect. I um I was hanging out with the jazz, but I'll go out on the deck later. I didn't go out for this. Usually I do, but the jazz was really holding me here. The mellow jazz. Well, you guys, um, we've been talking very delicately and very gingerly about that we have a fireside chat coming up tomorrow that is on death of all things. How about that? Um, we know it's inevitable, right? We do know it is inevitable, right? And or some people probably don't. Some people might think it isn't inevitable, but we all know it is inevitable. Uh, okay, I am coming back here because I'm going to put this link, which you're not going to be able to remember because, oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be something you're going to want to copy and paste into your browser to go register.
Yeah, I put it in the comments, but you can do a screen capture or you can email us.
Yeah, and you know what I've done recently these days? I'll take a screen capture of something like that and I'll give it to like ChatGPT or whatever and just say transcribe this for me and it does it perfectly from an engine from an image. So
Yeah,
cool.
isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And here's the
The email, yeah.
yeah,
Support at
here's the
lipedema-simplified.org.
yeah, I keep getting an error message. Oh, I see. One of the Facebook things was isn't working. Ah, that's all right. We'll get it fixed. StreamYard, which is what we use, has done some changes. Oh my God, Jenny. Hi, Jenny. She says they're still in the middle of a heat wave in the UK. And
Oh, yeah.
oh, good. I'm so glad you're coming to the fireside chat, Jenny. So let me talk a little bit about the fireside chat now that I've said that we're doing it. So, a couple of us, more than a couple of us, have had very close encounters, as they say. Close encounters, not of a third kind, but of a 99th kind. It looked like that was it. The life threatening things happened. Mine was a result of a broken lymphatic system and a backflow of lymph fluid that wouldn't stop. And eventually I had surgery and I found a way out, but oh my God, it was tough and it was touch and go. But I wasn't the only one. There were a number of us. And so, one of the things that I did at one point, especially when I went for this surgery, because this surgery was very risky, I said, what am I going to do with everything? And, it was like, who's going to take the cats? My neighbor, by the way, absolutely loves my cats. She said, don't worry, if anything happens, I'll take the cats. And it's like that. But also making sure my beneficiaries were named for different things like bank accounts and, all that stuff, all the financial stuff. And additionally, I started to think about, well, what did I want? And I ended up filling out this wonderful document called the Five Wishes. And the five wishes are imagine yourself at the end of your life. What do you want? Someone said as simple as, I want a cold press face cloth put on my forehead. I was like,
Mm.
oh, yeah, yeah. Um, so one thing led to another in these conversations, and I actually started, I have had a lot of experience with death because I worked in hospice for several years. When my dad passed away, I was very close to my dad. I was close, I was this, you know, he was my favorite human ever. And when he died, it was really difficult. And out of that, though, I ended up volunteering for hospice. It's a long story. I'm not going to tell it here, but everything I do is a long story.
You're a storyteller.
I'm
You've
a
said that before.
storyteller. I warn everybody. But anyway, one thing led to another, and we have this lovely, lovely, lovely death doula. What's a death doula? It's someone who supports the process of passing so that it's gentle and kind and as peaceful as it can be. And not a medical professional, because at that stage you're usually not trying to prolong anything. What you're trying to do is make things what they call palliative, make it easy and gentle. Siobhan, I'm talking too much. Go ahead, you jump in.
Well, I don't have much to contribute, but I mean, I think it's a discussion worth having. I think we tend to avoid talking about it a lot, and I think it can end up making things more difficult because then by the time it's happening, there's so many questions that have to be asked, and at that point, it might not be possible to answer them. So just trying to get ahead of it and really think through it all. Even if it's something simple like I have this thing that's really special to me, who does it go to? Or, the practical stuff that you talked about in terms of the financials and your cats and all this other stuff can go into that. And like, who do you want to be there if they can be there? Who like needs to be contacted to be told?
Yep. And, you know, And practical things like if you leave something to your kids in a will, they can get caught in probate court for
Mm.
years. If you set up a living trust, they don't. So it's that kind of stuff. So, anyway, where's tomorrow, which is Saturday? I think it's 3 Eastern time. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's 3. Let me look. Yep, it's 3. Yeah, it's 3. And generally, this is for tribe members, but this time, I think because it's so relevant to everybody, we're opening it up to the community. So
Mhm.
it's a fireside chat. Let me put the link in again, even though you're not going to be able to remember it, but you can screen capture it or email us. There it is. So join us tomorrow. Tiza is absolutely, I've already said it, lovely, lovely, lovely. Um, oh, Jenny says she volunteers for a charity in the UK, which is a grief and bereavement signposting charity. 13,000 charities, large and small, under the one umbrella. Yeah, it's, it's like one of our life transitions. Birth, you know,
Retirement.
retirement, but I'm thinking birth, puberty, and getting your period, if you're a woman, um, all of the different changes that we go through, pregnancy, um, parenting, um, and then eventually menopause, and even before menopause, perimenopause. There are all these places that come not only with physical changes, but emotional and mental changes. So, anyway, come and Tiza will be there with us. And what we are thinking, actually, bless June. June is one of our Lipedema ladies. She suggested that we have a death cafe, which is a time when you get together with people, have a cup of tea, and talk about dying.
Yeah, because maybe you don't know the answer to a lot of this stuff, or you haven't thought about it yet. So having kind of like a low pressure, friendly get together to talk through it can be really helpful.
Yeah, and also very calming, I find. It was so interesting to me because, as I said, I volunteered at hospice for a number of years. Like it was 3 or 4 years, and then my life got really busy and I couldn't do it anymore. But anyway, for when I was doing it, this is going back because my dad died in the 90s. So that's, oh my God, that can't be true. It is. It's like 30 years ago. Holy cow, how did that happen? Um, anyway, um, is that instead of being creepy, which it sounds like it could be creepy, it wasn't. There was something very self affirming about it. Anyway, the other thing that's happening is the medical go bag. Now, we're in the midst of the class with the medical go bag, and quite a number of people were very interested in what we were doing, but they were not ready to commit to a 6-week class. So what we have done is we have put together the information along with a bonus webinar so that you can get it for very low, did I say low, cost. Here it is. And again, you're going to have to screenshot this. but I'm going to show you this one because I think it's so good. It is, uh-oh, you know what? I put it in the wrong thing. I put it in the other chat. Here, I got to come.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Here, I'm putting it here now because I'm so mellow. That's what happens when you listen to jazz all day. Okay, here it is. And let me go there so you can see it. Give me a second. I have to say, the class has been phenomenal, just phenomenal. Um, it really is not about putting together a go bag, though it is, but it's about emergency preparedness and what you need to know in order to be prepared. Where is it? Probably here. Here it is. So you can get the complete medical go bag blueprint, which is step by step creating what you need to walk in if you're going to an emergency room with all of your medical information, documents, medications, emergency contacts, any kind of essential supplies that you need, and also to understand the process of what happens in the emergency room. We have a presentation that we're adding to this. So you get the presentation and you get the blueprint. And the blueprint is downloadable and you get instant access. And you can get a fillable digital PDF or a printable PDF, either one. So, anyway, and we kept it so low, $47. So you have the link there so you can go and you can look at it. Okay. What else, Siobhan?
I mean, I think just for people who haven't been keeping up with the medical go bag, it is just preparing so that there's not a panicked response when something comes up, so you can have it ready. You can just grab it, take it with you, or send a family member or friend home to go get it for you. So, like, it takes something potentially very, very overwhelming and scary to something you can feel a bit more confident about. Obviously, no matter what, if you're going into the emergency room, something is going on, but as much of that burden as you can take off of yourself, I think is a great gift to give, just so that you can know I already have all my stuff together. I got it all in that one bag. I know where it is. I know how to get to it. And I know the questions that, might have come up without me having an answer are already in there, taken care of. Answers are right there. So, yeah, definitely important for anyone, really, because I could go on a walk and get hit by a bus or something. I do look both ways when crossing the street, but you never know.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Um, okay. Let's, well, we have our um, go bag meeting tonight shortly, and that'll be fun. And then a wonderful weekend. So, wherever you are, morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, everybody. And Siobhan, you're going to have a great weekend. I know it.
I hope so. I'll be inside with the air conditioner on.
Yeah, that sounds good for all of those who are having the heat wave. All right, everyone. Thank you.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.